near podium. To my right is first place Justin Gatlin. In the middle is third place Ryan Bailey. And on the end is second place Tyson Gay. Gentlemen, if you'll take me through your races and your thoughts on making the team. We'll start with you, Justin.
Knowing that it's going to be a stellar field, everyone has performed all the way through all the rounds. It's been pretty much even across the board, so I know that getting up blocks was going to be crucial. The middle phase was going to had to be almost flawless, and to bring it home, I had to make sure that I had precise technique to come through the line. And basically, other than that, the race was a blur. I just gutted it out as much as I could. I think that going home and honing on my craft and my technique, I have a lot left in the tank.
Man, honestly, I just think about reacting to the gun and trying to get out. Put these guys behind me as best I could. Try to hold it strong, come back home. I felt a little pressure towards the end, so I tried to lead as best I could. I made it.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm just excited to make the team. That was the whole goal. And I'm just thankful for all my sponsors supporting me. BAS, Omega, Gillette, all my sponsors have been supporting from day one, and that means a lot to me.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll open it up for questions.
This is for Tyson. In New York, you talked about the hip, and on a couple of on your right. A couple of occasions you talked about the hip. How did you manage to get it to hold up through the rounds? And now that you've had some time after the race, how does it feel now?
Yeah, it definitely held up. Like I said, I had 2 physios here to do the best that they could do to get me through the rounds, and the plan worked pretty perfect. They kept it loose, kept it warmed up, and it held up pretty well.
Tyson, you just compare yourself to say, when you went into the Beijing with the hamstring problem. Since then, you've had 2 surgeries, but do you feel like you're on the way up now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm on the way up now. Like I said, this is only my 2nd race for the year, and I started training pretty much in March on the grass, so, that's all I can pretty much ask for right now.
Tyson, we saw you this afternoon at South Eugene High School working on your starts. What specifically were you working on this afternoon before your semifinal?
Yeah, I was training. I was warmed up a little earlier today just to really try to get my hip loosened up. It takes a little while for it to get loose. So I just wanted to go somewhere where I wouldn't have to slow down in front of somebody or run into anybody. So it was a better situation.
This is for Ryan. Ryan, what does it feel like you come back home? A little bit of a dark horse maybe coming into this race, but you're on the team. Can you just talk about your emotions and what it's like to be at Hayward Field and win an Olympics team spot?
I'm truly blessed right now to be here, and just happy I got to run at Hayward Field. It's like a home track, so every time I run here, just feel the presence of the fans and everything. It's just amazing. So, I'm happy. I can't even bring words to say right now. It's just first team I had. This is my 2nd meet of the year. Much like Tyson, we had injuries all year, so I just feel real blessed right now.
Hey, Justin, talk about what you're feeling right now. Redemption. What do you feel? How does it feel?
I've heard a lot of words over the past year or so, like especially this season, redemption, road, my journey. I've just been really focused on just honing in, just sticking to what I know, and going out there and just being a fast runner. Just breaking it back down to the simplest forms of just competing. And that's what it was. Not worrying about the rain, not worrying about the cold. These 7 of the guys who had to go through the same thing I had to go through, and just go out there and make the best win. That's what I've really been focused on this whole season.
Justin, you mentioned earlier this season that you were trying to just kind of get back, use your old playbook, get back to where you were. How do you feel physically compared to years past?
I feel great. I'm at the weight, I'm at 182, which is the same weight I was in 04. So for a 30-year-old man, that's pretty good, I think. And just trying to be the best, have no excess weight. Just go out there and just work on my technique. Look at myself as almost like a race car. I can't carry extra weight. My power, my strength level, my confidence has been there. This season so far has been undefeated, and I've just been trying to carry and just ride that wave.
Ryan, you've gone through a lot of things in your personal life since your high school years. Talk about your emotions about the path you've taken and what turned it around for you.
When I was younger, it was not the best childhood, but just realizing I was on the wrong road and I needed to turn my life around. So I had my family and coaches and everybody around me that helped me do that. And now that I did, it's just complete 180. So I'm happy about it. I feel real good. Like I just can't. I don't even know what to say. I'm still taking it all in.
Hey Justin, you mentioned in the press conference that there's a maturity going on with you. You said you've just been fast your whole life, and now you're growing up in certain ways. What step does this meet play in that progression for you personally?
Just got to weigh in on the importance that's in my life, not just track and field. I have a son now, and he mimics me already at 2 years old. He knows what daddy does. Just seeing the joy in his face, able to bring him out here and bring him onto the track. It empowers me to be a better person all around, and just bring the same intensity again and again and again on the track. And that's really one of the things that really has kept me healthy and strong every day. I think that before 2004, 05, I was not really worried about my health, not really worried about my intake, my diet. Now it's those are one of the key things to being a great runner. I look at other athletes, boxers, and how they take care of their bodies as well, and try to mimic that as well, and just be a strong individual all around.
Justin, you've been through a bit of a valley between the two Olympics, dark valley, so to speak, and knowing you have, or at least read some faith, how has your faith helped you through this valley and to give you an internal perspective to keep out the outside voices?
I've been through, like you said, I've been through some dark past, and I think what really has helped me keep my faith was, traveling and, telling the right and the wrongs of life, track and field, those kind of things really helped me stay on the path and be a strong athlete.
Justin, could be wrong, but I think that you are the oldest 100-meter trials champion, maybe a few days older than Dennis Mitchell was in 1996. What does that mean to you at age 30 to come through like that?
I don't know. I remember in 04, I was the youngest Olympic gold medalist. Now I'm the oldest at something, so I guess it's like the changing of the guards. I really haven't worried about my age. I feel fit. I feel great. I still have that childhood spirit in me. I'm still the same Justin. I love to go out there, goof around, laugh, wish my opponents well. But I guess I set a record today, so congratulations to myself.
Justin, just a few days away till the Jamaicans have their own trials. Usain Bolt's obviously being seen as the favourite at the moment. I just wonder, to what extent do you think beating him at the Jamaicans is a possibility?
I don't think I will come back to a sport where I think that I'm okay with getting second or third. I train very hard. I think all these guys up here as well train very hard, 6 days a week, 6 hours a day. And we all have our eye on the prize. We want to get that goal. So if it's going to be 3 Jamaicans in our way, or if it's going to be the whole world in our way, that's what it's going to take to get around that and get that gold medal. And that's what my focus is.
Justin, the kind of elephant in the room is the drug suspension. I guess kind of the whole Balco thing, show that people can compete dirty and not test positive. So is there anything you do to show that you are clean now? I mean, you're all coached by Dennis Mitchell who had the suspension. But does any of that concern you, or are you just out there concerned about executing your races?
When you talk about track and field is a sport of what have you done for me lately, no matter what the time is. I mean, when you have guys up here, you have two guys who've been injured to the point where their career could have been over. And I think about the times I put on the board. I've been tested multiple times since I've been back. I've been tested once I was away for 4 years. I was still getting tested. So to me, it's not about judging myself or whatever it's been through. You know, I've been through. Right now, I'm focused on what's in front of me. And so far, I've been a clean athlete. I've been a positive athlete. And I continue to do that. And that's what my goal is, to go out there and just run and just be free.
And Justin, what is your reaction to running a PR at 30 after what you've been through? What's your response to just the pure time that you ran today?
I think I have a lot left in the tank. You know, I was very pleased with my time today and my effort that I put onto the track. I'm just happy to stay healthy. You know, I think that's the name of the game of this year, this season, is the athletes who are on top of their game. They just have to stay healthy and just go out there and perform. Everyone has been really good and on point this year.
Tyson, maybe Justin already spoke to it, but I'm wondering, right down here, with the Usain Bolt in the field and others, just your own preparation for the next 6, 7, 8 weeks, how do you focus, how will you focus, how will you train and mentally go into a race and a future destiny that you know someone so good as he and maybe some others are out there?
Just continue to take care of my body. That's the main thing. Stay healthy. I mean, I've been through a lot, so I got to talk things over with my coach, physio, and just go back to training and just really much take care of my body. I mean, I know all those guys are already sharp and running great times, so I know it's going to be tough, but you know, I'm just going to keep on fighting.
Tyson, you mentioned before the meet that you were hoping to get even through the final. John Drummond said that he wanted you to try to get through the final easily, not without pushing too hard, and you said you didn't know if that was possible. In retrospect now, after you've made it through, do you feel that you made it through relatively easily, or how hard was it?
I mean, I knew it was going to be a dogfight, you know what I'm saying? It was hard, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I had to run my heart out to make this team. I mean, guys are tough. I mean, I knew nobody was going to lay down, so I just ran my heart out just trying to make the team. And my body feels good, you know. I still have some adrenaline going right now, but it's all right.
Tyson, just wonder, Tyson, the last few months you recovered from the hip surgery, was there any times that you thought that your future was in jeopardy and that you might not be able to compete here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I had a successful surgery. You know, Dr. Philippine done a great job with my hip surgery. It was just, you know, things just was a slower process for me. I don't understand why I go through things like this, but, you know, I always do, you know, and I always try to keep fighting to get through it, you know. But, yeah, I had a lot of negative doubts. I tried to throw them out, but it's one of those things I just had to go through, man. Like I said, I started training pretty much March, you know, on the grass and trying to get back. And, yeah, I couldn't even jog until March. I was in so much pain. But, you know, like I said, I just had to keep fighting, man, and try to get the negative thoughts out of my mind.
Ryan, how many times did you move when you were a kid when you were living here in Oregon, and how difficult was that period?
What was that?
How many times did you move while you were living here as a kid in Oregon, and how difficult was that for you?
I mean, it wasn't difficult at all. Like I was always happy going to new places and making new friends and stuff. But as far as the numbers, I don't even know. I mean, we moved quite a bit, so I loved it though.
Justin, over here. Usain Bolt is known for playing some mind games, some move around, before the start. Are you ready for that?
I love entertainment. You know, I love watching movies. I love watching theaters in the park. I love watching plays. So, I mean, that's the theatrics that they want to do, you know, so be it. You know, I got to worry about my lane. He's in lane 4 doing the tap dance. That's great. I'm in lane 3, focus on lane 3, you know. My lane is just as long as his lane, it's no shorter, you know, and I got to worry about what I do, you know. So, I mean, I think that what he does and what he's brought to the table has definitely brought excitement to the track. It's brought attention to the track and field world, you know. But I'm my own person, you know, so I can't mimic that. I can't do that. I'm me, and if that gets him into the zone or that messes with somebody else's head, then so be it. That's his game plan.
Brian, talk a little bit more about your
travels in your history, because after high school you made the junior team. I believe you ran a 400 leg for a medal, and then you went to Red Lake Community College, you competed in the JUCO, and that's your only college competition. Just tell us a little bit about your travels there.
Well, I mean, as soon as I graduated high school, I kind of stayed local for the year after, and trained with my old coach, John Parks, and you know, didn't make the decision after that year to move to Illinois and go to Red Lake. But, you know, it was a good time. I loved it, had fun, you know. Would have loved to go to a D1 college, but things don't always work out how you plan, so it's alright.
Tyson only left because he had a cramp, so he's just going to cool down. Any other questions for other two gentlemen?
Ryan, do you still consider Salem home, or right now, where would you consider as home?
Oregon's always going to be my home. Like, no matter where I live, Oregon's going to be home no matter what. Not just Salem or Portland, but all of Oregon. Definitely Oregon boy.
Justin, go through your warm-up where I noticed you walked all the way to the end of your lane, kind of looked down the finish line one last time. What were you thinking before the race, and what was the mindset in that warm-up?
You know, I always, if you watch me, I usually do that in a race. You know, if I get the time, I try to go through the motions of my race. You know, I try to see where everyone is going to be in my mind. And just take that journey and clear my mind. But most importantly, I try to feel the crowd. You know, I feel like I'm a crowd kind of guy. You know, I don't block them out. If anything, I try to accept them and try to let the crowd empower me. So the screams and the head nods and the claps, I love that. I love knowing that there's people there who have paid money, good money, to come see a great race. And not only are we runners, but we're performers, so I definitely want to go out there and put a good show on for them. And, you know, 9 seconds is not 4 quarters, so we run by very fast, almost 30 miles per hour, and then we're pretty much done. So I want to be able to give them a good show so they'll be able to see me and have fun with it.
We'll take 2 more questions.
Justin, during your 4-year suspension, because as tough as that was, can you look back now and see, did you get any positives out of that? Did that instill any determination in you that's helped you keep going?
Yeah, definitely. You know, a lot of people, I guess, always ask me the question, do I have a chip on my shoulder or vendetta? Not at all. I'm not that kind of person. I wasn't built for that. You know, I think that life is dealt, you know, deals you a card. You got to play the card. And at that point in time, you know, it was for me to, I think, experience life as in a whole and to appreciate what I had. And now that I'm able to come back and be healthy and hopefully have it again. And in that process, I acquired a son, you know, and he brings joy to my life. And I'm just glad to be back and, you know, just share that with him. I think that I was a young 22-year-old, 23-year-old guy who was really just going through the motions of just track and field from college all the way to professional. I didn't have a chance to experience life and the joys of life, and now I do. I'm a man, and I know that I'm going to stop and sign every autograph. I'm going to try to take every picture I can, because those people right there have come watch and want to see a great show, and I definitely want to deliver that to them. I really appreciate them.
Justin, for 4+ years you've been watching Bull from afar. Have you been itching for a chance to line up next to him and kind of face him head to head?
I wouldn't say really itching, you know. I think that he's a great talent, a great runner. I'm just glad to be back, you know, and I'm glad to be in such good form. And anybody I compete against, I want to see them in their tip-top shape, you know. And competing today was a great run, you know, with Tyson and Ryan. Those guys put out a great run, and I'm just ready for London. So I'm going to go home and train. Any meets I have in between, I'm going to prepare for that. And once I step on the line, and that 6-foot guys out there, 6'5" guys out there, I'm going to go out there and prepare to race against them as well.